I'm Nisha, and I believe in unconditional love. Unconditional love means loving another in their essence, as they are, no matter what they do or fail to do. Unconditional love was taught to me by, guess who? My mom. Have you ever just stopped and thought how much you may have disappointed your parents and they still managed to love you? Like, how? Growing up, my mother had a lot on her plate. She was a single mother of 7, and you would think that was enough. But nope, here comes preteen me. Let's just say I wasn't the best kid. I got arrested at the age of 12, then again a year later at the age of 13, and not to mention my grades were trash, and some could argue that I may have had a terrible attitude. If you want to get technical, I was a juvenile delinquent. Even with this label of mine, my mother still managed to love me. It wasn't until I was 18, though, when my belief in unconditional love started. I was dating a lot around that age, and my relationships tended to fail easily. Someone would see one little flaw in me and be quick to leave. I remember thinking and saying to myself, I wish someone could love me like my mother do. But I couldn't expect for someone to love me unconditionally, and I couldn't do the same. So that is when I made the commitment to practice loving unconditionally. My mother made that commitment to me when I was born, and I decided to make that commitment in my relationships with significant others and friends. Now, yes, I know that loving unconditionally can be dangerous, and that's where the consciousness of self comes in. When I made this commitment, I was highly aware of my worth. I knew what I was willing to tolerate and what I wasn't. I set rules, and if these rules were broken, then now I know what you're probably thinking. So you're saying I should just go around loving everyone unconditionally? No, that is ridiculous. Instead, I have a better idea. It's not exactly the same, but I believe that it's somewhat close, or close enough. When I was 16, my mother found out I was gay. Okay, now, if you heard one of these stories from others, you probably assume that I'm about to tell you the worst. No, this is one of the rare cases you'll hear about. I've heard plenty coming out stories where parents disown their children, kick them out the house, take them straight to a church, and the list can go on and on. My mother didn't do any of those things, but instead, we talked, and she asked a ton of questions. She let me know that she accepted me, and no matter what, she'll always love me. What my mom did was a term I was introduced to during a sociology class a couple weeks ago, and this is what I believe everyone should try to practice. David Matz's naturalistic approach to deviance. Yes, this theoretical approach was designed for deviance, but I believe it could be applied to anything. Basically, naturalism requires you to commit to the nature of the phenomenon that you're studying. So that means all your beliefs, values, and opinions should be thrown out the window. You should try to appreciate or understand rather than trying to correct. If you approach something wanting to correct it, it can poison the opportunity for you to fully understand. And understanding something would be the first step in correcting it. And that's exactly what my mom did that night. When she initiated the conversation, she didn't come with the intent to try to change or control me. She wanted to understand me, and for the first time, she was slow to speak and quick to listen. And that's what I believe everyone should try to practice, especially if they desire to be a good leader. A naturalistic approach is also a step to loving unconditionally. So I challenge you to do both. Loving unconditionally for close relationships, and a naturalistic approach for relationships that aren't so close. I guarantee you'll see a change.